This is Robert Kelly. You're watching Comedy Matters TV. Please, right now, go and subscribe. If you don't, you're an asshole.
I'm here with Robert Kelly, and I came from the gala. You were on the gala tonight with Dane Cook, right?
Yeah. I was on the gala, Dane Cook's gala with Gary Gulman, Alonzo Bolden, Jeremy Hotz, Greg Fitzsimmons, and Harlan Williams.
Let me just say that you killed it. You totally killed it. The audience loved you, man. It was amazing.
I'll say that too. I killed it. I totally killed it. The audience did love me. You're absolutely right. I did. It was my first gala that I've ever done good on.
Serious?
There's something about the galas that I do okay, but I never do great. You know, the guy in the editing room has a lot to work on after my set.
Not tonight, though. Tonight was like a whole different experience. Right?
Tonight was, one of the best sets I've had in a long time. In front of that many people, it was great. So,
did you feel it beforehand? Did you get a sense? Like, did you have extra confidence tonight? Or like, what was your feeling before you went out on stage? I'm always interested in that.
I think I don't care anymore. Yeah, I have no B plan. I think when I first came here 7 years ago, and I did a gala, I really wanted to do good. I remember I got nervous and bought a suit. I'm not a suit guy, and it was just mediocre. You know you suck, your show sucked, when your agent says, hey man, you look good. You know, you look great. Yeah, but what about the comedy?
You've never been funnier. That's a hard line when someone says that to you, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, tonight was good though. Tonight was perfect. I went out there and did exactly what I wanted to do. So
what you said was very pertinent. You didn't care. You didn't give a fuck. I think that's the essence of it. When you don't care, you can do great because it detaches you from everything that's going on.
I think when you say that this is what I'm doing, this is what I want to do, and then you go out and have the balls just to do that and not pander or give them what they want, give them what you want to give them, what you've been working. I think that's where you kind of want to be. Where it's like, I'm doing this, so if I bomb, I bomb. It's all right. I'll be the guy that bombed on a gala again. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I had a lot of fun. But also, you know, I've been up here for the last 2 weeks, so they allow you to work on it too, so.
You came up during the French part?
No, I came up last Wednesday. So this is my second week. Because I'm doing the Nasty Show, the Dating Show. I had my own show, my own hour show at the Catacombs. I did the gala. Now we're doing the rest of the Nasty Shows and the Dating Show. Doing my podcast.
I was going to ask you about your podcast. Yeah, how's that coming along?
It's great. It's you know what, dude? It's just a comic hang, man.
Well, I remember I was at it. You did one in New York at Gotham Comedy Club. It was amazing. You had a great lineup of people. It was a super day. And you know what I wanted to say was you and Goldman were on Dane Cook's Tourgasm. Am I correct? So have you stayed in touch with Dane since the Tourgasm tour?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I came up with Dane, Patrice O'Neill, and Billy Burr. That's my graduating class from Boston. So, we've always all kept in touch. You know, we're a little busy, you know comics are. Comics won't see each other for like 4 months, 6 months, and then just, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, exactly. Just right back to normal. That's why it's hard for regular people to be friends with us. Because we won't call you for 6 months, and then you'll be mad at us and hate us, and we'll show up like, what's up, man?
As if it was yesterday. But because there's a bond between comedians that other people can't understand. It's such a bizarre business, coming up at that business and going through what comics have to go through until you finally make it. I think there's a bond that other people couldn't understand.
Yeah, I mean, your goal, too, is to become a headliner. Once you become a headliner, you're alone.
Yeah. It's solitary business.
Well, that's why this place is awesome, because that's when this is our camp.
Right, it's camaraderie for comedians. Like, where else do you get to see that many friends in one place at one time?
Yeah, this is where we can do shows together finally. I was on a show with, Paul Verzi, Tom Papa, Godfrey, Deborah Giovanni, Then I'm on another show with Big J.
I was with Bobby Slayton this afternoon. He was telling me the Nasty Show is you and Jay Okerson, right? And him and Deborah Giovanni.
Jimmy Carr. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I love Jimmy Carr. Is just hilarious. Bob Marley was up last week. Now Dane's up and Gary's up and, you know, everybody's up this week. So it's, you know, look at this. This is the funniest people on the planet Earth. On the Earth. Like literally, out of everybody on the friggin' planet, they're in this fucking bar right now. That's nuts.
It's an amazing concept. Yeah, it's nuts.
Future is here too. Like the next motherfuckers are right out there. You know, and then there's a lot of failure out there too.
That too, of course. Yeah, of course. Well, there's no guarantees. That's the crazy thing about the business. In any other business, you can go to school, you get a degree, there's a good chance that you'll get a good position. Not in comedy. There's so much luck involved. You got to have the talent to back it up, but
yeah, but that, I mean, with that job, you gotta wake up every day at the same time and shower every day. Ugh. Imagine showering every day. That just sucks.
So, when are you doing your podcast? I want to stop by.
We're doing the podcast tomorrow after Colin Quinn's keynote, which I'm really excited about. It's here in the hotel, I think, on the 4th floor. It's You Know What Dude podcast. I think Colin Quinn's on it, Joe DeRosa's on it, Kurt Metzger's on it. I invited way too many people.
Well, I think they were on when I saw them in New York, too. They were very good. Joe DeRosa and Kurt Metzger, both great, really funny guys.
Unbelievably funny guys. I was literally walking with comics last night, me and Gary and Jesse Joyce, just on the street. And we were going over one of Kurt Metzger's jokes, which is just atrociously awful. And this homeless guy was like, as we were walking by and we're talking about it, he just went, "There is no God." It's like, jeez.
Homeless guy, really? Perfect.
So, yeah. So tomorrow's going to be great. Tomorrow's going to, I mean, it's going to be chaos. I'll probably wind up leaving my own podcast.
How often do you do your podcast anyways? Is it like a weekly thing?
I do it once a week in my studio, which is above the Comedy Cellar. Riotcast, because the Riotcast network is my network that I run with my partner Rob Sprantz. Yeah, we do that once a week. I usually write around 3 to 6 comics. It's almost like the Comedy Cellar table.
Yeah, I just did Noam's. I did the Live at the Table. They're recently about my new book with Chris Rock.
Yeah, they're on my network. That's one of my shows. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows. So that's at the table. This is a little more crazy than that. Because comics, you know us, it's very one-up, competitive. It goes from serious to angry to hilarious to making fun of each other. Very tough, crowdy. And then I do a one-on-one on Thursdays with, you know, whoever I like.
Why do you think comics do that, by the way, make fun of each other all the time? What is that?
We have no choice. We're the most honest human beings on the planet. And the way we make our living is by spitting it out. If I can't look at you and say what I feel, I'm not that. And the funny part is that you know I'm fucking right. If I didn't say something about your crazy fucking hairdo,
it wouldn't be a complete evening.
You wouldn't go, but you'd laugh because you know you're fucking nuts looking. Right?
Mark Maron said it best last year. He goes, for the last 50 years, the only thing I could count on in show business was Jeffrey's hair. He goes, that was it. He goes, even in my darkest days, I would see your hair and I'd know it's going to be okay.
Okay, yeah. You really do have that effect. When you walk into a room, I'm like, okay, I know, this is good. And you stand the fuck out. You're peacocking all the time, which is brilliant. Brilliant.
I don't have any choice. That's just who I am. You know,
you are. Right. And that's what we do. It's, you can't, you know, comics are immediately can size something up and have an opinion on it in a millisecond and say it. And if it's true, it's funny most of the time.
No, but it's interesting to me because guys do that. It's a guy's way of connecting to each other, not necessarily being kind to each other, but saying shit like that to each other. And sometimes not everybody can handle it. It's an interesting thing why some guys feel the need to do that.
Well, I've learned over the years there's certain people I don't do it with, because there are people that don't do it.
Me and Patrice, I don't know if you knew, when we did the Black Phillip show, I was his co-host. It was Dante and Patrice and me.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. We had a very interesting bond.
I didn't know that.
We were very close. And Patrice never said anything to me, nothing confrontational. It was always mutual love and respect.
Yeah.
And people were always shocked because he would go off on every comic.
Yeah.
But for some reason, even Von used to say, you know, Patrice really loves you. And we never felt the need to do that with each other. Yeah. It was very interesting.
There's certain people that you don't. I don't do that with, you know, I do it with somebody I know. It's an energy that, you know, me and Norton, me and Colin, we come from the same school. We've grown up like that, but
there's a love behind it. There's no meanness. You're just
love. Yeah. That's why it's like on Twitter when these fucking people try to say mean shit. Well, that's what you guys do. There's a deep love behind the mean shit that we say. I'm talking like you don't even fuck. Like Tom Popper over there. He's got. Now that's the biggest head in the business. But I love him to death. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't make fun of, you know, Pete Corielli. I love Pete, but we don't do that with each other. There's certain people you just don't do it.
You just have a sense where it wouldn't be right, it wouldn't go over as well. But it's like they say, you only roast the ones you love, right?
Yeah, but there is a certain person that just doesn't play that game. You know what I mean? Like my wife. I don't fuck with my wife like that. I've done shit like that. Like I've tried to joke around. Like nice hair. What do you mean? What am I hair? Yeah. Let's just go home. I just, you know.
It doesn't play well with certain people. You got to know who your audience is.
Absolutely. You know, and it just so happens that mostly all my friends are asshole creeps who like to be made fun of and make fun of people. So I just happen to luck out, that's all.
Self-deprecating humor works. And it's funny because in the outside world, if people made remarks about your appearance, you'd be like, who the fuck are you to say that? But in the comedy world, that's what you do. You make my opening line is, if Phil Spector fucked Elton John. You know?
What?
It's a great visual.
I don't want that visual, man.
No, I know.
Now I have a visual.
Some people have never slept again since they
guys with wigs fucking.
Very bizarre.
Yes.
Very bizarre. What time is your podcast tomorrow? I want to come.
Tomorrow it's at 3:30, I think, on the 4th floor. Colin's going to be on it. DeRosa, maybe Norton, maybe Amy.
And where can people hear it, like in general? On iTunes? How do people get it all the time?
It's on iTunes. It's on riotcast.com, which is the network.
Riotcast?
Riot, like riot. Yeah.
RIOT, cast.com.
Riotcast, riotcast.com. We got Rich Voss's podcast on there with Bonnie McFarlane, Jim Florentine's. We got, Louis J. Gomez is on there, Dr. Steve, Weird Medicine, Eastside Dave, Sports Show. We just added a brand new show. Mandy Statmiller's on there now. News Whore, which is fucking phenomenal. So, and then mine, you know what, dude? Glory Hole, a bunch of stuff on there.
Awesome. Well, it was so great to see you, Robert.
Always
a pleasure.
I really do have an affinity for you. I love you. You know that. You're a great guy, and I love that you love comedy.
Thank you.
Yeah.